But turns out it wasn't me. It was this he was going ballistic at. He was not happy, tried to grab it, all sorts. Absolutely crazy. Good morning and welcome to episode 3 of the vlog. It's Friday morning, end of another week, and it's been a good week. It's been good to get back into the swing of things after my week away last week. I feel like it's been productive. I feel like the vlogs have helped me stay accountable of what I need to get done, and I've enjoyed getting back into the vlogs, and I hope you've enjoyed watching them so far. Of course, with it being a productive week, we had a little reminder midweek, a spanner in the works with good old Boris Johnson coming in and bringing in some restrictions which start next week. And it's just a reminder of the craziness we are living in right now. And whenever restrictions coming in like this, the biggest thing it affects when it comes to my business is locally for me, my FatherFit bootcamp. Obviously when lockdown happened, I had to stop all sessions. We moved everything online, and luckily I have a great member base which stuck with me, and we actually had a lot of success online doing the sessions, running challenges, and it was really good. But of course, the last couple of months we've got back to the sessions under the new guidelines, and it's been going well. I feel like I've been getting some good momentum. And then of course this massive curveball comes our way. A lot of stress on Wednesday trying to figure out what the rules were, what was going to happen, if we're going to have to stop sessions, if we're going to have to change how they are run. Luckily we got some clarity, and we're kind of exempt from the rule of 6, but extra precautions have to be put in place, of course, socially distanced, and it's just, again, adapting, overcoming. So even though it's been a productive week, a lot of stress with the reality of the world right now, but again, it's looking at what you need to get done. It's controlling what you can control and overcoming it by adapting the best you can. So something I love to do on a Friday, and I get all my clients to do this, all my groups to do this, is identify some weekly wins. This is massively important, especially if you've had a bit of a rocky week, lots of stress, and you feel like you haven't made any sort of progress. Because after a week like that, the chances of you going into the weekend and completely writing it off, self-sabotaging, and going again on Monday is very high, because you feel like you've done nothing over the week. But identifying 1 or 2 wins, even during a crazy week like that, can have a massive change on your mindset, which is why I love to do it. Regardless what week that you have, it's important to still look for some wins. There will be some wins there, and this is why I like to do it. And for me this week, it's been an epic week. Getting back into the vlogs is a win for me. Having some clarity on what I'm doing with the business, nailing my priority tasks and being productive is a win personally. Getting active, getting moving, getting back into my training, getting back into my running, and biggest win is, you know, seeing Jack get to school and smash his first day. That was an amazing feeling. So identifying these, writing them down is key too, because you can refer back to them, and it makes you realize that even though you might not have a perfect week, you are still making progress. You are still going in the right direction. You learn nothing from a perfect week. There's always going to be some wins there, and there's always going to be things that you can learn from, and it's really important to identify that at the end of each week. Good morning everyone, how are we? Hope we are good. Welcome to episode 3 of FFTV. That was pretty crazy this morning. I've just finished up my FFTV episode, but just before that I was sat on the bench doing a bit of a time lapse on with a phone using this tripod, and out of absolute nowhere this dog come out and started going absolutely ballistic, and I thought he was going ballistic because he doesn't normally see someone in the morning, but turns out it wasn't me. It was this he was going ballistic at. He was not happy, tried to grab it, all sorts. Absolutely crazy. Where are you going?
Go.
You ready to go?
Yeah.
You got your bag?
Yep.
Got your fruit?
Yeah.
Got your drink?
Yeah. Over here.
Oh yeah. Let's go. So Jack all sorted. He's on another half day today, and then full days as of next week. So Fridays for me are, let's call, like my firefighting days, where I literally open up all my messages, all the groups, and basically just spend the day putting out fires. Any issues, any messages, any guys I need to get back to, just basically boxing everything off for the week, so I can go into the weekends knowing everything is sorted, and also planning ahead for next week, so I've got clarity on what I need to be doing and getting some structure in place. So that is going to be the plan today. Leah's not at work on a Friday. She only works 4 days, so she'll be at home as well with Harry. And like I say, Jack needs picking up at 1:30, so it gives me plenty of time. I'm not sure if I'm doing the pickup or not, but it's going to be a productive morning, getting as much done as possible. And we've also got the grass coming for the garden as well today, but we're not going to be starting to put that down until tomorrow when my old man's there. So plenty going on. So as always, let's get to work. So the grass has arrived. I decided to just dump it right in the driveway. We've got to borrow this. It's got to go through there to the back garden. Thanks for that. So me and Grandad are going to be laying this tomorrow.
Yeah?
Me and Grandad will be laying the new grass tomorrow. And me and Mummy had to shift it from the front drive. 40 rolls. Like it?
Yeah.
Okay, so time is 2:30. All priority tasks are done for the day, so another good productive day, which I'm happy about, even with the grass arriving the way it did, just being dumped on the front drive, and me and the missus have to drag it through the house to get it through to the back garden. It was meant to go to the back gate, but for whatever reason they said they couldn't do it, so it is what it is. Just wrapping up on the last few things for the day now. I've got a sort for tomorrow's boot camp, and what I'm doing now is planning ahead, which is a huge part of my week and helps me with the structure and being productive. I've spoken a lot about that this week, about being productive and having that structure. And don't get me wrong, I'm not perfect. I haven't got my shit together all the time, but this sort of stuff really helps me stay on track with what I need to get done and just have clarity when it comes to what I need to do with the business, my own personal goals, and even just when it comes to family stuff and self-development. 4 key areas. And I learned this system from James Boardman, the man coach. Great guy. He's been on my podcast before. You may have heard of him. He's specializes in this sort of stuff, being productive. And as soon as I started to implement this into my week, it made a huge difference. And it's something I've done ever since. So what I do is right here, I'm just starting to do it for this week now. In this notepad here is what's called the brain dump, and that is literally everything that's in my head that I know it needs to get done next week. So whether it's to do with the business, whether it's to do with my own personal goals, appointments, I've got things like my MOT next week, things that I want to read or listen to, podcasts, everything goes into here. And it's literally just spending 20-30 minutes getting it all down on paper. At the top here is the diary, and that's split into the days. Now, you've heard me speak about my priority tasks each day, and that's what I do first. Things that I know definitely need to get done for that day. It can be 2 to 3 tasks, not too overwhelming, and whatever happens, they get done. That is simple as that. And then everything else on top of that is a bonus. So even if I have a pretty rough day and lots of other stuff goes on and lots of curveballs come my way, as long as I get my priority tasks done, it's okay. And it's just having that structure and being able to see it. And, I would literally be lost without this now. I'd be a complete mess. And it's so simple, but not a lot of people do this. And it's something I'd definitely encourage people to start doing, writing stuff down, actually, so you can see it, get it out of here and get it on paper so you can visually see it. You can actually tick it off to say when you've done it. And you don't have to be running a business to do this. This could be anything, anything that you want to focus on. Just having that clarity is key. So I've got a very busy week next week. Lots of filming to do. I've got the new 5-day challenge, which I'm launching. I've got all the videos to film for that, get everyone set up for that. So that's going to be the main focus next week, but there's a few other things that I'm focusing on as well. So I hope that helps. Something definitely to look at implementing into your week. It makes a huge difference for me. And that's it. That's it for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Again, please do let me know. Comment, like, and share. Feedback as much as you can. And I'll speak to you in the next episode.